how did you feel when writing these?
That was easier for me. Actually, it's take a long time for me to write them, but wrote them actually. But that was good.
Good. Okay.
Yes.
Right. Let's have a look. Let me share my page with
Mhm.
you, and then well, have a look at this. Right. Priya Sharma. Okay. I'm writing to refer Miss Sharma, a 60-year-old lady with diabetes mellitus, for further blood sugar level management. Okay. Okay. So on 29th of December, he presented concerning uncontrolled blood glucose levels. Despite taking medication and regular checking, her BP was 155/100. Therefore, candesartan 4 milligrams daily was added to her previous medications. Requested pathology revealed HbA1c 10% and high blood lipid level after 2 weeks. Based on pathology reports, metformin was changed from 500 to 750 BID. Atorvastatin was commenced and review in 2 weeks was planned. Okay. Today, after 2 more visits and progress in BP and blood lipid control, her pathology showed high fasting sugar, high fasting blood glucose, and other blood sugar 6 to 7. Refer to a specialist at diabetes unit for further was planned. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Regarding her medical history, she has had diabetes type 2 since 1999, for which she has taken metformin and glucoside. She has an allergy to penicillin. I would appreciate if you could manage Mrs. Sharma's diabetes. Should you require more information, feel free to contact me. Okay.
Need more.
Okay. Good. Right. Quite good. 180 words. Okay. Let's have a look at. Okay. Correction table. Okay. So what we're going to do is to look at the first one was purpose. Okay. So the purpose of the document is referral. Okay. So I'm writing to refer Ms. Sharma for further blood sugar level management. So we've got 2 points here. And then we have said later here that this is actually her fasting glucose is 16 plus. Okay. So we have expanded. So we'll get 3 marks here. About the content, well, we will see later that some content is actually missing, and we will discuss that later. But you know, this case is Mrs. Sharma has had high blood sugars, and then she came in, her blood pressure was high, candesartan was given, blood test results showed HbA1c which was high, cholesterol which was high, and but you haven't mentioned the level of cholesterol. And then based on that, she was started on atorvastatin based on the cholesterol. Okay. The other thing is, and then after that, she had an initial improvement in blood pressure and blood sugar and cholesterol, and then she has come back with the same problem, which is high fasting glucose. So most of the picture is there. So we don't have much ambiguity. That's why we get to band 5. But if we were missing key information, that would mean that we would go to band 3. But the key information is not missing here. Okay, some good to know information is missing. Um, so in terms of conciseness, you've done a much better job, and we had 6 entries, so you have actually managed to reduce it to this, which is quite good. Uh,
Thank
ho-
you.
However, that is because of the content that we are missing. We have some impact on that. Okay, so this will be affected. Okay, so if we miss content, then everything else is
Oh,
affected
yes, you're right.
because that's like bricks for a wall. So if you want to make a building, you need to have bricks. If you don't have bricks, you cannot make a wall, and it doesn't matter if it is meaningless basically. So and genre is much better than before, but it's still not ideal. And we go to the same level. It doesn't interfere with understanding. Organization is much better. I would probably say you could uh, put this part, which is the reason for referral,
Mhm.
here, just
Okay.
before this part, okay? And the other thing is, basically, what you're saying is referral to uh, um, endocrinologist was planned. You're
Mhm.
writing to Dr. Smith,
Mhm.
who is the endocrinologist.
Endocrinologist. Okay. Yes,
So
that was my question. Can I write a referral to you? I want to refer to you or referral to you. It's planned or for
no,
for further measure.
no, this is the referral you're doing. It is
Uh,
being done. This is the
okay.
referral.
Okay.
Um, okay. So well, again, I would say it is much, much, much better. What I would say, I'm afraid we have to say 5 again. And language and grammar, you don't have any grammatical mistakes, and most of the um, language is appropriate and precise. So you get full 7 here. So basically, that would be a 30 out of 38, and which is quite good. And if we want to convert it, um, that would be um, okay. 30 divided by 38 multiplied by 500. So that would be about 390. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
which
I
is
feel better right now.
uh, yeah, it's you can see it is significantly better than before. And
Yes. Yes.
okay, let's see if we have any samples for Mrs. Priya Sharma. Sharma, Priya Sharma, Priya Sharma. Okay, we have a few samples written by different people, and well, very similar, but let's have a look and see what they have included. And so this one is, uh, yes, I'm writing to refer Mrs. Priya Sharma, a 60-year-old lady with uncontrolled diabetes mellitus type 2, for further management of her sugar levels. Okay. Please notice this one, 60-year-old lady with hyphens. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
And if you write 60 years old, uh, you
No need
can
a hyphen.
you cannot use it with lady, and this
Oh,
is not 60 years old. Okay, we'll
okay.
discuss that.
Okay.
And please note that it says type 2 that you didn't mention. She came to see me. Well, we don't like this. This is not formal language. She presented or has presented with this morning concerned about high fasting blood sugar of up to 16 plus, but normal BS during the day. I have seen her a few times in the last 5 weeks, and initially BS was poorly controlled with an HbA1c of 10%, and well, it's mixed up everything. So
Yeah.
metformin was increased, glipizide remained unchanged, Lipitor 20 milligrams was added a month ago, and she also takes candesartan, which was added 6 weeks ago when her blood pressure was high. You see, yes, has tried to summarize, but as you can
Mhm.
see, it is going backwards and a little bit mixed up.
Mhm.
Mrs. Sharma has had diabetes for 20 years. She doesn't drink alcohol nor smokes. Her BMI is 24. It might be noteworthy to mention an allergy to penicillin. Okay, well, this is worthy. Okay, we don't need that. We just say she's allergic to penicillin. Uh, as Mrs. Sharma is concerned, and with regards to high fasting BS and but normal or what other BS of 7 to 8, I would appreciate if you could see her and give us your expert opinion on further management of her sugar levels. Okay. So yeah, so that is one of the uh, samples. Okay, the other one. I'm writing to refer Mrs. Priya Sharma with uncontrolled type 2 diabetes mellitus for further management of her fasting blood glucose. So here she has said fasting. Mrs. Sharma's first attendance was on 29th of December when she was concerned about her sugar levels ranging between 6 and 18. On examination, her BP was high, her medications were metformin and glipizide. Okay. Oh, this is actually a gentleman wrote it. In view of Mrs. Sharma's high BP and pathology results, including HbA1c of 10%, GFR greater than 60 and cholesterol of 6.2, metformin was increased to 750 BD and she was started on Atacand 4 milligram and atorvastatin 20 milligram in the morning. Mrs. Sharma has had diabetes type 2 since 99. She doesn't smoke or drink. Her BMI is 24. Her last eye test in 2017 was normal. She has no signs of peripheral neuropathy. She is allergic to penicillin.
It's need to write everything that is normal.
This was written by an internalist, an internal
Oh.
medicine specialist. Uh, he was saying that it is very important for someone with diabetes for 20 years to have a normal eye test and peripheral neuropathy and normal BMI, which means that her sugar control has been quite good.
Mhm.
And he was saying this is significant, but well, we don't normally do that unless it
Mhm.
is significant. And that's the comment I made. I said that, okay, so you had to explain that her diabetes has been well controlled since 1999, as she does not have any complications, including retinopathy or neuropathy in any case. On today's presentation, Mrs. Sharma reported a well-controlled BP at home and her cholesterol level is now 3.2. Despite an initial improvement in her BSL, her fasting BSL is high, but non-fasting BSL run at 7 to 8. With regards to Mrs. Sharma's uncontrolled BSLs, I would appreciate if you could see her, give us your expert opinion on her management. Okay? So, uh, this was a bit better, hmm? How do you feel?
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, and look at this is the presentation,
Mhm.
and these are the findings and what was changed. So this is the presentation and the high blood pressure, and when she was started on candesartan. Well, I think what we could say is this. Actually, put this over there. Let's
Mhm.
see. Yeah, that's this version.
Mhm.
Uh, Mrs. Sharma's first attendance was this. Her BP was high. She was started on candesartan 4 milligram in the morning. Okay, so
Mhm.
we have brought this up here, and the other things. Okay, and this is the second one, which is the results and what happened. These are all key information. Okay, and she has a history of DM type 2. She doesn't smoke, she doesn't drink, her BMI is this, her last itis has been normal, she has no signs of peripheral neuropathy, she's allergic to penicillin. And this is today's presentation. And because of that, I would appreciate if you could see her and give us your expert opinion. Okay. Now, what I would probably do differently was just to say that um, uh, um, she has a history of DM type 2 since 1999 uh, with no complications. Okay.
Mhm. Oh,
And
yes.
then, yes,
Yes.
basically, that would make more sense now. I mean,
Yes.
if I take this out
Excellent. Yeah.
and if I put it here, and if I say, hmm, okay, yeah, right. So she has a history of DM with no complications, and then actually I can put a semicolon here instead and say that her last eye test has been normal and she has no signs of peripheral neuropathy. Okay, so
Is need to write again no neuropathy, no peripheral no, because you write
yeah,
she has a history of diabetes mellitus type 2 with no complications. It's
yes,
cover all of this.
yeah, we could do that. Yes, just to
Yeah.
say this. Yeah. Okay. And yeah, I think this now becomes 182 words, and this is the optimal amount. So I think this one is a better option now.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Uh, right. So this is Mrs. Sharma. Uh, okay. Mm. And let's go to the other one, which is oh, uh, yeah. I just wanted to say this bit. Okay. Yeah, a 60-year-old and 60 years old lady. Okay. And further blood sugar levels presented concerning this despite taking this and this. Therefore, okay, candesartan was added to a previous medication. Requested pathology, we don't need requested, revealed this one. So even we don't need to say pathology revealed, we say her HbA1c was 10% and blood pressure and um, based on pathology reports, metformin was increased from 500 to 250. Atorvastatin was commenced. Review in 2 weeks was planned. I don't actually need that.
Okay.
And regarding her medical history, well, again, we don't need this. She has had DM type 2 since 99, for which she takes, or she has been taking, or
Okay.
now
Yes.
she now takes. Okay, but we don't
Mhm.
say she has taken since then.
Yes.
Uh, okay, she's allergic to penicillin. Okay, after 2 more visits. Well, do we need that? Do we need that?
Mm. Okay.
Progress in BP and blood lipid control. We say lipid profile. Her pathology
Okay.
showed high fasting sugar and other blood sugar 6-7. Actually, the pathology doesn't show that. It is self-checking she does at home. I would
Mhm.
appreciate if you could manage. Should you require more information, feel free to contact me. Okay. Good. So basically, this one, 60 years old. We say she is 60.
Yes.
She is 60 years old, and but 60-year old lady. Okay.
Mhm.
So as you can see, we don't use the S anymore. Okay.
Yes. Yes,
It's
I
the
know.
same. Yeah. Same as in, for example, you say a $10 bill. Okay.
Yes, I know. Yes.
Um, Therefore, we don't use this. Okay. This even if you want to use it, you need to put a semicolon before that or
Hmm.
a full stop. But because these stop the reader and they interfere with the speed, these are, I mean, these connectives are not recommended. Okay. Uh, Basically, um, because now, see, if I take this out, would that make any difference?
No, no difference.
Okay.
But I think I'm not sure, but I think it's more formal or more better. But I had a mistake.
Right. Okay. I refer you to here to uh, eh, to connectives. Okay. This is oh, why connectives? Okay. Uh, Grammar. Uh, mm, right. Endocrinologist. Layout. Okay. We need to go down to learn how to use connectors
Mhm.
correctly. Okay. Um, when to use connectors? Simple connectors like conjunctions like and, but, or. And there are some complex connectors like however, therefore, although, unless, subsequently. What connectors should I avoid? Some connectors are not suitable for letter writing. These include academic connectors like furthermore, moreover. Informal connectors like besides, as, meanwhile, so. Additionally, you should be wary of using unnecessary connectors in your sentences. If you can remove the connector and the sentence still makes sense, then you are using a connector when one isn't needed.
Okay.
Avoid this in OET when it is important to write efficiently without words the reader does not need. For example, furthermore, Mrs. Jones will need to attend a follow-up appointment. Okay, just simply write Mrs. Jones will need to attend. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
right. Okay, so that
Completely makes sense. Yes.
this
Very
is in the OET website. So that is our um, reference. Okay,
okay. Sure.
and well, basically these 2 weeks was planned after 2 visits, and all of these we don't actually need those. This is like I made some tea and I then I had my tea. Okay,
No, no, it's different.
is
You
it?
know, different, completely different. Because at the time, the GP planned to see her again 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks later, I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
and after 2 weeks later, she had two another visit.
Mm,
Actually, between two paragraph, actually has three visits.
well, does that make any difference in the management?
Oh no, but I want to say that how many visits that she had is not important.
No.
Okay.
Maybe she had 20 visits. So
Yes,
what
maybe.
is?
That was my question yesterday. You know, yeah.
Um, yeah, that's what we do normally. I mean, if you look at this, basically, Mrs. Sharma.
Mhm.
mm, well, here is a visit.
Yes.
Okay, this one i-
Yes.
is
Another.
it's not a visit. It's an entry on the computer system, okay? And it says pathology report received, okay? It's not a visit.
Oh,
And yes, this is a visit. Review of pathology with patient, okay? So that is a visit. This is not a visit, okay? It's probably just a telephone consultation. And pathology
how do you know
received
that?
because I've practiced, because this is our system, okay?
Oh, really? How you know that? Because I guess that was this is the time of her visit.
Um, okay. Well, this is the one that review of pathology with patient, but this one says just this: home BP in range, sugars improved, and then pathology requested. Okay.
You know, because it's in review 2 weeks. I guess the other the next date is the review of 2 weeks because
Yeah, but review can be by phone if because everything is
oh,
normal, so you don't need to make an appointment to see this patient.
I didn't know.
Okay, and so
You know, I think every actual date is belong to every visit.
mhm. No,
Oh,
these are computer entries. We have a computer system which has, I mean, since 2000, no, before that, 1996 or 95. So we have electronic records since
yes, I
94.
know.
So when you go back, you can see all the entries since 1994. And every contact with a patient or relating to a patient needs to be recorded. This is by law. If I speak to another person about this patient, I have to write it in my notes. So I said I spoke to third person, and we call it a third party encounter. Okay, and now we don't have it here, but we have under the date it writes telephone encounter, third party encounter, urgent visit, routine visit. Okay, so this everything is basically this does not mean that she has been seen at all these dates. Okay, so this is just says pathology received. Okay,
Yes.
okay, and this comes automatically when I check the results and um, basically in our system an icon shows that there are some results. I click on that, the results open, and it says, okay, this is the result. Then there is a button. It says to archive, and it says action. You can write contact patients to make an appointment, no action required, and so on. And then it goes as an entry in your system. Okay.
Okay. What about the last one? Pathology reports reviewed with Mrs. Sharma.
Yeah.
It's a phone call
Uh,
or
no, I think it's a visit because they have it's just
mm,
visited, okay? Because yeah, it could be a telephone consultation. I don't
uh-huh.
know, but this is what we say. Well, I've spoken to Mrs. Sharma today, or Mrs. Sharma has spoken to me today, or has. It is not obvious, therefore, we can assume that she has come to the surgery, but it
Oh,
doesn't matter. But
oh,
what?
I didn't know.
Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so basically, as you can see, this one is a visit with examination and everything, okay?
Yes.
And then here we have a review with patient, okay? Now it could be a telephone consultation, a telephone review, or it could be the patient coming in.
Mm-hmm.
And usually, I mean, if I am the GP, I would actually bring her in to check her BP in any case.
Mm-hmm.
But then this one actually doesn't need to be seen because BP is okay, sugar is okay, pathology, uh, and we just need to follow up with the pathology.
Mm-hmm.
And it is normal, so no need to action. Um, right. Okay. Uh, yeah. So, and very interesting. She came in on 29th of December.
Mm.
Is that the usual time for people to go to doctor?
No,
Mhm.
never.
Okay.
Maybe
So
it's be a or urgent uh, care or urgent complication, but otherwise, no.
yeah, well, but that is because
Worry.
she's worried. Okay.
Mhm.
And I think this is relevant, but well, that was one of the arguments I had with
Mhm.
the OET people. I said, well, this is significant. You have to write.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
and they were saying, I mean, they were in the belief that, well, it's not actually necessary to say she is worried, but I think it is.
Mhm.
Um, okay, and good. Excellent. Good. So, the answer to your question, what should we do with the several entries?
Mhm.
Okay, does that really change your management plan?
Mhm.
Does it?
No,
No.
no.
Okay, so that's why we say we wouldn't actually need to put this that a review was arranged or was planned.
Mhm.
Okay. And if you want to say she was reviewed, you can say upon review.
Mhm.
So we don't say that it was requested and then this happened. Okay. Again,
Okay,
I mean here, pathology revealed
okay.
that is against conciseness.
Mhm.
Okay.